Hello, welcome to Ask the Experts for on-demand session ATE-OD236. And this is going to be a conversation about what's new in Dynamics 365 project operations. So thank you for joining today. So we have a list of experts online waiting to take your questions live. So this is how you can engage with the experts. First, you will use the chat to ask your questions. So go ahead and put in questions as you have them. They will appear to all attendees once they are approved by the moderator. So our moderator is here. We will ask the question, and then we will also go ahead and just publish it. So those of you who didn't ask can see what the question is. If you would like, you can actually use the thumbs up icon to vote for your favorite question. So if we have a lot of questions, vote for your favorite so that we know exactly which ones you would like to be interested in hearing a response for. The experts will answer the questions verbally over chat as determined by the moderator. So our moderator will look at everything we have here from a question perspective and determine exactly which ones we need to verbally answer and then which we would type out and answer over chat. And we'll provide some additional resources once the session concludes for you to learn more. As we move through this session, I do want to let you know that it is being recorded. And to help our moderators, we do appreciate that you don't spam or post any appropriate comments in the chat window. Additionally, we do have a Microsoft Code of Conduct, and we want to make sure that you do adhere to that Code of Conduct. So I'm just going to show that Code of Conduct for just a moment and pause while you have a quick second to look through what we have listed here. We will ask that you do not take any photography, video, or you do not record the session on your own. We are, again, recording it, and it will be available for viewing on the MyIgnite website. So next, I would like to introduce our experts. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand the microphone over to our experts to introduce themselves, and I will start out with Amir. Amir, do you want to? Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Amir Delane. I am the worldwide sales leader for Dynamics, covering project operations.
Welcome. And Antti?
Hello, everyone. My name is Antti Pajunen. I come all the way from Finland. I'm a Microsoft Business Applications MVP and a huge fan of project operations. Been working on that in PSA since 2016.
Welcome. So nice to have you. Shelley.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shelley Bakke, and I am located in Fargo, North Dakota, and happy to be here with you guys today. My role is the Principal Program Manager for Customer and Partner Programs within our engineering organization, and I will be your moderator today.
Great, thank you. And Sagita.
Hello, good day to everyone. My name is Sigita Chapaitine, and I'm Principal Product Manager with the engineering team as well. I work specifically with project operations, and my focus area is project accounting.
Great. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all. I'm going to just check. I can't see the attendee list, but is Gherkin on? Did Gherkin get on yet?
I don't believe so yet, but
Okay.
when Gherkin does join us, which he will be soon, he is our general manager for project operations.
Fantastic, wonderful. Okay, with that, I can go ahead and hand over the microphone to the team here, and we can get going.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for submitting your questions through the chat window. And please keep them live as we go through our half hour that we have together today. We have a couple questions that have already come in. So the first one, Amir, this might be a good one for you. Does Dynamics 365 project operations require Dynamics 365 finance, Or can it be used with just an external ERP and just with the Dynamics CE parts? And just for clarification, CE being our customer engagement parts.
That's a great question, and that's very common. So the way the project operations was designed with to work with other ERP systems. So the financial side, the financial accounting side of project operations can be separated and can therefore integrate with other financial backend system. So you can deploy the CE components only, and from there you can connect it to other accounting system. I'm going to extend that question and say even on the other side as well, even on the sales side, if you have other CRM-like systems and you don't want to use the CRM or you don't want to use the sales-based functionality that's embedded in project operations, you can also do that outside of project operations. So the system is designed to be modular and you can select the components you want to deploy.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Another one has come in. So we're currently using a mixture of Planner, Project for the Web, and Project Online. They've not used project operations yet, and they're struggling to develop that strategy for consistent use of all of the various project management tools that Microsoft offers. So what do we have to help? What kind of guidance can you guys give this particular individual? Who wants to take this question? Gherkin, do you want to take a run at this one?
Sure. So basically, what project operations includes is, so we do have the project for the web capabilities, but obviously project operations is an end-to-end solution that includes all the way sales to project financials capabilities. You will be able to use project for the web for your WBS project planning capabilities within project operations. And you will not need an additional license for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. How about an upgrade? There's a question about an upgrade path. Will there be an upgrade for Dynamics 365 PSA to Dynamics 365 Project Operations?
Yes, and I can take that question as well, Shelley. So we will have upgrade tooling available. So if you look at PSA and Dynamics 365 project operations, most of the capabilities are the same. Again, the capability that will be changing is we will be including the superior project for the web project planning capabilities in project operations. So we will have upgrade tooling available that's coming out in March 2021. That will seamlessly update you from PSA to project operations whenever you are ready.
Perfect. How about project for the web scheduler? So that's okay for very simple projects, but in some scenarios, customers really need the capabilities of MS Project Desktop. So will there be an option to integrate with Project Desktop? This individual was thinking that there was such a capability in PSA.
Yeah, and I can take that question as well, Shelley. So in PSA, we did have an add-in ready to upload your desktop project into PSA. We will not have an out-of-the-box integration with the desktop client and in project operations. Again, we're working with the Microsoft project engineering team to have a desktop client to project for the web migration. And at that point, that capability will be available, but you will certainly be able to integrate the desktop project in a custom manner into project operations through custom integration.
Sagita, a question. Oh, no worries. Thanks, Gherkin. Sagita, a question for you. So There's a question here specifically about changes coming to the project module that is within the existing Dynamics 365. This one calls out SCM, but probably thinking about it more on the finance side. So can you talk about what parts of Dynamics 365 Finance are now going to be included as part of the Dynamics 365 Project Operations subscription, and just what that experience is looking like?
Okay, excellent question. So Dynamics 365 Finance historically did have two modules that becoming right now a part of project operations. The one module called Project Management and Accounting, where we had baseline capabilities of creating projects, defining types of the projects, defining project categories, having some baseline resource scheduling capabilities, having ability to log time and expense, and do revenue recognition and all the other accounting aspects. So this module is becoming a part of project operations. We are not deprecating any capabilities that are available in this module. Those will be available for you to use if you want in this existing shape, if that's what fits business scenario the best. If you are using, for example, project manufacturing, or using a heavy integration in supply chain as well. And we also have a module of expense management, which also becomes a part of project operations solution. So all of those capabilities are there. None of these are being deprecated or mystically going away with an update. But we are also adding a great addition of functionality and ability to use project operations with the front-end capabilities that within Dynamics 365 customer engagement platform combined with Dynamics 365 financials as well.
Great. So there's another question that came in about this, and just to kind of make sure that we clear off on both of them. So the question that came in as well was really specific to the licensing, what's going to be included in finance or supply chain. And I think just to summarize, Sigita, what I heard you say is that for the project capabilities that we are used to in the finance, those will now be licensed as project operations. And our project operations licensing, as well as the GA product, is available October 1st. So we're super excited about that. The clock is ticking, and we're really excited to get all the teams time this week, as we know the push going to GA can be rightfully so. One question, and Sigita, let's ask you this as well too. Since it's still along the same lines of those finance and operations customers today, when could they expect to be able to upgrade to the project operations? What is the timeline looking for that? What is that horizon?
Okay, yeah, another good question. So for existing customers, it again really depends, right? If you are an existing Dynamics 365 finance customer and you are not leveraging so far project management and accounting capabilities within finance module, then you are welcome to onboard to project operations at any time with its release date, and you will be able to use those new capabilities. If you are a customer who is currently using project management and accounting module and have projects in the legal entities that you are using for in Dynamics 365 Finance for accounting for, so this capability, so you can use project operations in its current project management and accounting shape. So existing module and those capabilities are obviously, as we talked, available in here. Upgrade to the project operations integrated scenario, where you will be able to use customer engagement capabilities in the front end combined with this, will become available post April 2021. So it is not available here yet at GA.
Wonderful. Okay, Auntie, you're on the hot spot now, so let's talk to you. So you've been an MVP for quite some time for business applications, and thank you very much for your contributions as an MVP. So you've also, as an MVP, have been very involved with us on our journey that we've been on through our preview. So I would like, from your point of view, since we're pretty heavy on the Microsoft side, we always think our product is wonderful. I'd like for you, as an MVP and your external point of view, share with the audience maybe your top 3 things that you're most excited about with project operations.
Great, thanks, Shelley. Yeah, that's a really good, that's a really good and really broad question. But if we kind of dissect the whole of project operations into some components, one of those three things is that project operations really is taking resource management and project management to the next level of project for the web. So it's increasing from what we had in project service automation significantly, and I think that the future is looking bright on that side. The other thing that I'm really excited about from sort of the more the CE customer engagement part is all those contractual management features that we have with this new release. So things like not to exceed limits, retainers, and these kinds of things. They're really taking this product in the direction that a professional services application needs to have. So that's a really good step forward. And really, if we think of the whole platform, and if we think of what Power Platform is today, and how a platform play is really significant in the market these days, we're really seeing the different silos that we used to have with CE and F&O come together and form a genuine platform play for our customers. That they can really leverage that whole prospect to cash process more efficiently.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I love that. Okay, Amir, another question for you. You have been demoing the heck out of project operations, which is fantastic. So share with the community some of the top 3 feedback items that you've heard. What are our customers most excited about, and what are they really looking forward to in the launch?
Well, yeah, so the number one thing is the seamless experience. We're providing one solution that allows companies to manage the project sales or the deal management around a project and hand that project sales step to that planning and delivery and execution teams seamlessly. When I speak with customers, this seems to be a big problem. Usually, CRM is totally separate from project management. So whenever they sell a deal, there's a disconnect between that and the execution. And the same thing can be said also about the back end, about the financials. So the normal landscape I see when I speak with customers is that they have one system for CRM, a set of systems for project management, including collaboration, time and expense, and then a total separate set of systems for financials and maybe supply chain. What we bring to the table, what makes our customer excited, is that now we're offering one solution that can handle all these functions seamlessly. So that's very exciting for them. Yeah.
Yeah, love anything that we could do to help our customers streamline, whether it's moving from multiple systems to one, or even just thinking about a business process and threading it end to end. So that's very exciting. Another question came in from the community. So in our company, we don't use any project management systems at all. What would you recommend to use to keep track of the new product development process, mainly to be used by the marketing team? So I'm sure there's a lot to uncover and a lot to dig through in that question on requirements and what have you, but off the top of your head, anyone have an option there that you'd like to provide this community member? Auntie, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's a really good question, and we definitely get that a lot from different sides of the world and all the time. So a broad question, and I'll try to give a condensed answer because there's really different options. I don't want to say that depends and give a consultancy answer. But really, if we think of that requirement, new product development process. If you're looking for a product development tool or maybe like a PPM tool for your marketing department, and you're more focused on portfolio management, then I would start with maybe Project Online or Project for the Web, depending on the exact requirements. Now, if that need from that marketing department is to actually again, go from prospect to cash. So they have contractual engagements and things like, fixed price projects, time sheeting, and invoicing your internal or end customers. Then I would look at project operations. So, again, it's a broad answer, but really depends on what that marketing department is deep dive looking for.
Perfect. All right, so just a reminder out to the community, please feel free, you guys go ahead and chat your questions to us and we will ask it of the team. Let's see, actually, so typically these are ask the expert type of sessions where these guys are on the panel, they're on the hot seat answering what you guys have. We actually have something that came in from the community that I would say is probably more of a kudos to the experts. So I just want to call that out. Thank you very much for the effort that you, Microsoft, have put in to deliver project operations. There's a lot of goodness in project operations at GA and tons of more going forward. So congratulations, guys. That's awesome.
Great feedback. Thank you, Shelley. And
yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you, community. Auntie, tell us about some of the differences that you've seen. I've talked about you being an MVP and very heavily focused on the PSA side. What are some of the differences that you've seen from the PSA in-market product to project operations as we look at how those customers are looking to transition to project operations? What can they expect?
Right. Yeah, again, a good question. So, I'd say first off, that project operations for existing PSA customers and everyone out there who has experience in PSA, project operations is in that sense an easy transition, especially if we look at the customer engagement side, which today is still in market PSA. So if we kind of look at where PSA stops and project operations ends, it's really that project operations is taking that extra mile and has that robust roadmap going forward for those mission critical new features that we need in a professional services tool such as project operations. So we're talking about things like more robust project management through Project for the Web. That's a big step forward. That's actually a really big step forward. And then another thing is are those features that we've actually already seen on release plans. So things like split billing, not to exceed limits, retainers, and those kinds of things that are really critical, a task-based billing. So those are some of those things that sort of, if you think of PSA today, that enhance capabilities and take that product forward.
Fantastic.
And maybe, Shelley, if I can add to that question as well. So guys, I think if you look at PSA in the past, right? So PSA has come from our customer engagement platform, so it was missing some of the professional project financials capabilities that weren't there, right? That was a gap for our PSA customers, like Auntie mentioned. On top of the not to exceed, the split billings that we have added with project operations, now we have created an end-to-end solution that not only has the front-end capabilities, but that allows you to have the back-end capabilities as well, so that you can take your project business, manage it all the way from deal management, project accounting, and integrate that to your ERP system at the GLAP AR level. So that's kind of the new capabilities that exist in project operations, if you look at it as the evolution of our PSA product.
That's great. And that kind of bleeds into another community question on the project solutions. We have a lot of project solutions at Microsoft, and I think project operations is a great step forward in blending the PSA capabilities, the project for the web capabilities, as well as some of the project management and accounting capabilities in finance. There are also, though, several other project offerings out there. So the question is, do we have any plans to integrate, collapse, or simplify these offers? Is there anything that we're thinking about along those lines?
Right. And then, Shelley, if I may take a stab at that question. So guys, if you look at our product vision and strategy, I think we have now a great story between Microsoft Project and Project Operations, in the sense that we will have the P1 capabilities from Microsoft Project, soon there will be the P3 capabilities on the Dynamics platform. So those all will be embedded in project operations going forward. And what you will see is, as Microsoft projects invests in their roadmap, grows their capabilities, those capabilities will all show up in project operations as well. So we have a great partnership going on, and in the project operations roadmap, you will see the investments coming up that Microsoft Project makes into their project management tools. From an external project management tools integration perspective, we do have investments on the Microsoft Project side to integrate those through roadmaps so that the user can see their portfolio of tasks in a single view, whether these tasks exist in Microsoft Project or in another project management tool. So please watch that space very closely. You will see some great features coming on that front as well.
Wonderful. Okay, Sigita, this is one for you that maybe goes into a little bit more detail on the F&O side of it. So project operations does only include expense and hours. However, many project-oriented companies use inventory functionalities as well. So project purchase and project production orders. What is supported in classic PMA? How do you and what do you recommend for these companies, and what is our roadmap?
Okay, that is, thanks for the question, Shelley. So project operations at this point, integrated deployment scenario does include expense, hours, and fees. If you will look into the project operations roadmap in the next few months, we will be bringing additional capabilities in there, and you should see materials, non-stock materials integration lighting up as well. So if you are a customer who is looking to use project operations more in resource-based or non-stocked material-based scenario scope, I would definitely recommend to look into the integrated deployment flow, where you are starting this customer engagement and ending in the Dynamics 365 finance side for accounting and revenue recognition. However, if you are a customer who is doing, let's say, project-based manufacturing and using production orders together with projects module, then absolutely those capabilities are supported in the scope of project operations, this classic project management and accounting. So it would be a different deployment option where you wouldn't be using customer engagement front end capabilities. And this is, something that you can continue implementing using in the future as well. So both options are available.
Perfect. All right, this sounds like it could be an ask for a roadmap item, but maybe Gurkan, this is something you'd like to take. Can we get social conversations insights on PSA?
Yes, and that's a great feedback. So we're working very closely with the Teams team. So in our roadmap, you will see a Teams integration, and then also being able to embed that within project operations directly, so that we can get insights from from social channels into project operations directly. So that's great feedback. We have heard it from several of our customers, and we're looking to work this into our roadmap.
Awesome. Okay, just doing a quick time check. I think we've got about 2 minutes left, and we've got a few more questions to go through. So in the case that a customer needs more planning functionality that is provided than out of the box for finance and operations, and they include project operations, will project operations also cover the financial side, like transactions and invoicing? Or will that continue to stay in finance and operations with an integration via CDS?
So yeah, if I can take that, Shelley. So project operations, when we GA on October 1st, guys, will include all the capabilities that you see in PSA today, all the capabilities from Project for the Web. Project for the Web is an offering that we have jointly developed with Microsoft Project that runs on the Dynamics platform. It will also include all the capabilities from project management and accounting on the F&O side including expense. So come October 1st, we will have a new offering called Project Operations, and this will give you entitlement to all the project management and accounting and expense capabilities. They won't be part of our finance offering any longer at that point, and they will be part of Project Operations along with the Project for the Web and the PSA capabilities. So a single license under Project Operations will give you all the PSA capabilities, Project for the Web capabilities, project management and accounting expense capabilities.
Well, Gherkin, I think you said it best. I don't know what better way to wrap up and Ask the Expert sessions with just summarizing what the product is. So thank you very much. I believe that concludes our session for today. I want to thank everyone who participated and joined. I believe you guys also have an option to make sure and provide your feedback, so please do that as well. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.